The fetus seems to have an unusually large cyst in his brain.
A cyst? In his brain?
This looks serious.
Oh my God. Will he be all right?
These types of cysts are not uncommon and usually resolve on their own. But this one is unusually large. I'd say it's 50-50 that the baby will have some issues.
Issues?
Yes, that child may experience some autism, or have other defects. But, then again, he could be perfectly normal.
Is there anything that you can do?
We will have to wait and see. Or we can terminate the pregnancy if you don't want to take the chance.
I am not having an abortion.
I did not mean to upset you. I have to inform you of your options. Please schedule a follow-up in 8 weeks.
I had my ultrasound today.
So, how did that go?
Not well. The baby has a large cyst in his brain.
There. We can always try again.
What do you mean, try again?
I mean, we can't have a baby that's retarded or something.
Brian, I am not having an abortion.
Diana, be reasonable. We can't bring a child into this world that would be suffering. That's just wrong.
The doctor said it's just a 50-50 chance.
That's not good enough. We can try again.
Babies are not like a pair of shoes that you just send back because you don't like the fit. This is our child.
I am not going to waste my limited resources caring for a sick and suffering child.
Well, that's very noble of you.
Why are we even fighting? Let's just wait and see what the follow-up tests show. Then we can decide.
I'm having this baby whether he is healthy or not. Hello?
Hi. Just a reminder. We have a follow-up ultrasound scheduled for tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, can't we just skip it?
Don't you want to know if the baby is all right?
Actually, no. I'm trusting God on this one.
Okay, here he comes. Okay, he looks healthy enough. We'll have to check on that cyst though.
Wasn't the follow-up ultrasound clear?
Mrs. Prophet canceled the follow-up.
What?
Let me see my baby.
I can't believe you canceled that test.
I was going to have the baby either way.
That's something we should have decided together.
I have the results. It does not look good.
Oh no.
I expect the child will have significant mental impairments. And the optic nerve did not fully form. The child is completely blind.
Oh, great, Diana. Blind and retarded. Why did you cancel that test?
They wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway.
Diana is right. There isn't anything we could have done.
We could have not had the baby.
I didn't want to have an abortion.
Brain damaged and blind. We can't keep this thing.
What do you mean, we can't keep this thing?
We have to give it up.
Give it up? This is our child.
That thing is not our child. It's a living abortion. A fetus that should never have been allowed to be born.
Get out.
I'm not wasting my life providing for some blind retard.
Get out.
If you insist on keeping this thing, it's over.
Just, get out.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Prophet. Maybe in time he'll come to accept the situation.
No, doctor. I've been fooling myself about Brian for a long time. He never really wanted to have a child. He will never accept a disabled one. Looks like I'm on my own, and I have no idea what to do.
We have resources at the hospital to help care for children with disabilities.
Thank you, doctor.
Have you thought of a name yet?
I'd like to call him Daniel. My little Daniel, born into the lion's den. Oh, Danny. What's wrong? Maybe some music will help. How about some music? Oh, Daniel, you like music. Well, my little Daniel. You like listening to music. Let's see what happens when we give you a way to make music. Well, my little Daniel, looks like we have found you an interest.
Next stop Washington, D.C., to play for the president.
Bravo. Bravo. Is that the piece you will be playing for the president?
Will he, like?
Oh, yes, very much so.
Want to hear me if I'm not blind?
Oh, Danny, I think he would want to hear you no matter what.
There are some disturbing changes in Danny's MRI.
Oh no.
You see. Here and here. We believe that Daniel's brain is not being stimulated enough in the visual cortex because he is blind.
Yes, but if he is blind, he should not need those areas.
Well, the brain is a complex organ that expects interplay between these regions. We think that these gaps may make his autism worsen.
Oh, my poor little Danny. What next?
The good news is I think there is something we can try. It's experimental, but it might just work. Daniel is blind because the optic nerve, here, did not fully form and does not reach his brain. There has been some successful research in replacing non-functioning eyes with cameras and making the connection to the brain with a wire.
You mean, you could give Danny artificial eyes?
Not exactly. In Daniel's case, there is nothing wrong with his eyes, just the connection. We may eventually be able to repair the optic nerve, so we don't want to damage his eyes. I suggest we make the connection to the brain without disturbing his natural eyes. We can take the wires out of the corners of his eyes. Then we can send in images from the computer. Eventually, we can connect mini cameras to a pair of eyeglasses, perhaps.
Then I see?
One step at a time, my boy. First we need to stimulate your visual cortex and see if we can reverse some of that deterioration.
But I play piano?
Danny has a great gift for playing the piano.
I play for president.
It's hard to say how that ability might be affected.
I can't play piano. I don't want it.
But Danny, the doctor says this will help you think better. And you might be able to see.
I don't want it.
If we are going to do this, it is important that we do it soon, while the brain is still developing.
What are the risks, doctor? What is involved?
There is the normal surgical risk of any operation. We also cannot predict how Daniel will react to the new stimulus. That's why it would be best not to go with artificial eyes. It can be very disorienting for someone to see for the first time. And Daniel has significant deficits. We really don't know what he will see. But it will only get worse if we do nothing. We would need to start slowly, and get an idea of what Daniel can see. Start with basic colors and shapes. Then we can try some plants and animals, see if he can discern these forms. And finally, facial recognition.
Facial recognition? Would that include people that Danny knows?
It could.
Well, Danny, how would you like to see what mommy looks like?
Yes, I want it.
Okay, doctor. I think we should try it.
Everything went fine. We should be able to proceed, once he comes out of it. Okay, Daniel. We'll start with some basic colors.
Okay. My eyes hurt.
No, Daniel. You mustn't pull at the wires. I'll turn down the intensity. Is that better?
Wow, it's everywhere.
What you are seeing is plain white light.
Wow.
Oh, my boy. We're just getting started. Okay, Daniel. Let's try some people. This is a man. And this is a man smiling. And now, I'd like to show you a picture of a woman. But not just any woman. Daniel, this is your mother.
Wow, wearing green and smiling.
Yes, yes, Daniel. Very good. She is smiling. Okay, Daniel, I think we have done enough for today. I'm going to shut the machine off now. You won't see anything. But you may be able to remember what you saw. That would be a good thing to try to do. It will stimulate your brain. I think that went very well.
Mom, I see you?
Yes, Danny, just like in the picture.
No, you were white, not green. And there are snakes around your legs? Why snakes?
No honey, there are no snakes. Mommy's right here, just fine, no snakes.
There are snakes. A green one and a blue one. And who that? She got wings on her back like a bird. Can she fly?
No, Danny. There is no other woman, just me. And here are Mommy's legs. See? No snakes.
No, there are snakes. And another woman. And she beautiful.
Doctor, did you show him any pictures of angels?
No, showing him imaginary things would just be confusing to him.
Well, that sure sounds like what he's describing.
Daniel, the machine is off. You cannot be seeing these things. They are not real. They are only in your mind.